No, what are you doing?
Well, figure out what's wrong with the car. There's no gas in it.
That's not gas.
Not close enough.
What the heck?
Okay, let's start it up. On episode 2 of fixing my $100 Mercedes, we got to figure out what's wrong with the transmission. It doesn't want to go forward, but it goes reverse. So we're going to reverse it into the garage. Luckily, we got the Chevelle out. Unfortunately, the Chevelle is giving us problems again, but we'll fix that. So we're gonna get the Mercedes into the garage, use my little hydraulic jacks, get it up in the air, drop the transmission, inspect it, figure out what's wrong with it, maybe have to fix some parts in the transmission, re-put it back in, and get the car on the road.
All right, it was a pretty painless process.
We got it in the garage, which is crazy. I've had some really cool cars in this garage before. Never such a granny car. And I know so many people love this car. It's crazy to me. I mean, look at all the cars we have, and people love this car. I mean, this is a huge hit. You guys really love it. So if you guys really love it, I'll make more content about it. It's starting to slowly grow on me. I think the AMG Hammer kit will really make it cool. Just wanted to share this with you. The paint is all faded right here, so we're gonna have to wrap the car. Besides, I don't really like this color. I love the interior color. I love the tan interior color, but this beige, I mean, this is just granny color.
Yeah,
so,
can you guys guess what color we're thinking? Put it down in the comments.
So we have these hydraulic jacks, which are pretty cool. They're heavy as fuck, and they're kind of a pain in the ass to use, but once we get the car lifted, it'll lift it up about, I think, like 2 feet, which is more than enough for us to pull out the transmission.
Yeah, this will make it a lot safer and a lot easier to drop a transmission than if we did it on the driveway. So let's do this. So here we go.
Guys, the monster Mercedes is done. Just kidding. So far it's up in the air. We have it locked. Lenny's disconnecting the lines. We're gonna put some ramps and extra jack stands, just an extra step. But yeah, look how much room we have to pull the transmission. So much better.
First, we gotta drain the transmission fluid. How are we doing down here?
Not too bad.
Here we go. Nice and red.
Okay, right now we are going to slowly bring the bottom of the transmission back so that we could inspect the B2 piston area because there's not enough room. So I got the jack thingy holding the rear transmission mount. Now I'm just undoing the bolts. So pretty simple shit. So just like that. And we're gonna lower the rear part of the transmission so we can inspect the B2 area because it's looking a little funky. There's also a very common reason for why the car moves forward and not in reverse, means that we could have some kind of failure point in the B2 piston area and basically the seal around it's like coming out. So yeah, we're gonna lower it and see what we find.
You know, we were gonna drop the transmission, but I think we might be in the clear to not drop it. Let me show you the problem that I found, and I think this is causing all of our issues. Let me show you. There's the bell housing for the transmission. There's the transmission oil pan, okay? And that, I believe is the B1 cover, and that right there, my friends, is the B2 cover. I don't know if you could tell, but that thing is like basically half on right now. So that is definitely where we saw all of that fluid come out of. It's definitely that. You can see that the snap ring or the circlip or whatever is half hanging off. That thing is not in properly. There we go, guys. There it is. So that, my friends, is a B2 piston for the 722.3 transmission. This is the little itty bitty push rod that goes and connects something inside the valve body. This is that cover that was half lodged in there. I kind of cleaned it off. That's that circlip, and look how destroyed this O-ring is. So we're gonna need to get a new one of these bad boys, and that's a huge problem. But there we go. I mean, there's all the parts, and the good news is this thing is the revised, upgraded version, where it has 4 posts here, and this thing looks freaking brand new. The Teflon doesn't look that messed up.
I just drove to LA to get these things, and I bought 2 of them just in case we accidentally rip one. So this is for the B2 piston for Mercedes-Benz. I don't know why this thing came out. Like, I don't know why the fuck would it come out, but it did.
Great job on getting 2 of them, because I know we'll fuck one up.
So I'm thinking, yeah, that's what the problem was, that this thing kept coming out. I mean, that would make sense to me, which I'm glad we don't have to completely drop the transmission.
Well, don't get too ahead of yourself.
Yeah, we don't know 100%. So we're gonna replace this, and hopefully we get the wheels spinning today. They get the wheels spinning in the forward motion is what I mean.
Yeah.
Not just reverse. So we got good news and bad news. The good news is we figured out what the problem is. The bad news is we're gonna have to pull the transmission out to fix it. So we are doing that right now. Quick side note, I have a wonderful neighbor who is a Mercedes mechanic and Mercedes collector, and he gave us these seats. So these are real Recaro Mercedes seats. They're really, really cool looking, and we are going to be putting them into the Jag. So for all you General T fans out there, we are putting real Mercedes AMG Recaro seats in the Jag, and they're like that dark blue, so they match the car, nice gray. They're actually really comfortable too. And the coolest thing about them is that they have sat in the showroom for a very long time, never been used. So they're basically brand new Recaro, factory Recaros, and they're gonna make a great addition to the Jag.
While we're figuring out this whole transmission thing, real quick, while Noah's working underneath the car, our awesome neighbor Peter actually gave us a few little nice accessories, a distributor cap cover, it looks like, and a new wire. So I'm gonna throw these on real quick while I have some extra time. All right, so after wrestling with it for about 20 minutes, it's not too complicated. I got the distributor cover off, and then this thing just pops right off, and that's the old one, which was insanely cracked and destroyed. And here is that new one that Peter gave us. So I'm excited to put this thing on, and it will look just a tad better. And the distributor cover will actually function now, so upgrades, right?
Okay, we're currently underneath the transmission, me and Lenny, and I've gotten all the bolts out. Everything's disconnected. I can tell you this thing's a fucking bitch and a half. And we are on the final bell housing bolt, which is at the top. Put this old one back in just to protect it so that it doesn't fall onto me. But if you could see, we got extension to extension to extension to extension to extension all the way back out there. Lenny's got the breaker bar. It's pretty much the only way you could get this bolt out in this car is super long extension. So go ahead, Lenny.
Let's see if it works. I don't think it's gonna work, but
also these bolts were torqued down like crazy, like crazy. Oh fuck!
Did we get it? I think we got it.
Unless I just broke.
It's one of the two. Here, do you have a ratchet?
Oh no, it's loose. It's twisting. Oh yeah, we're loose. We're loose.
Oh, we just came off. Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, baby! Lift! Ugh.
Oh, it's really not that heavy.
There she is. There she is, we did it! I never want to do that again in my entire life.
Okay, here it is. We got the transmission out. It took multiple days. It was not easy.
I know there's some like dickwad in the comments who's like, oh, I could pull it out in an hour.
Yeah, well,
screw you, Todd.
Fuck you. You can see where the old seal was. So the cover was coming off, and basically the B2 brake band right here should be butted up all the way, because it goes like this, look. So you have this pin, you have this, it goes like that, and then this piece, my Band-Aid's gonna fall off into the transmission. It goes like that all the way up against it, but this is supposed to butt up against that brake band, but that brake band must have broken and then fell in here somewhere. So that means that the transmission needs to have a complete overhaul. Everything needs to come out. So what we're probably gonna do is go find another one, a used one, reseal it, and then put that one in.
The metal is kind of up here, my finger can touch, that's the brake band, and that should be flush, like Noah said, right to the back of this surface.
So that's the plan for that. Till then, I will have an update video once I get the new transmission, and we'll put it in, and hopefully the next video you could actually see this car driving. I really wished it was something much simpler than that, but it is what it is. We do have lots of good parts coming on the way for this car, so I decided I'm keeping the inline 6 for now. So I know a lot of people got worried about an LS swap and me butchering the car. Not just yet. I've learned to appreciate the car, you know. I've learned to appreciate the engineering behind it.
Ah, shut up, dude. We're still hot rodding this bitch, so stay tuned because we have tons of crazy shit coming.
We have a lot coming. By the way, we've got parts coming for the new 650 horsepower naturally aspirated build we're building for the Chevelle. We've got the 500 horsepower already built LS that we're going to drop in the Jag very soon. We got more Mustang content. More more Jag content, more Chevelle content, more NASCAR Mustang content. We've got so much content coming out of our ass right now. You're gonna love it.
No, are you blowing a tranny?
Well, it is Monday, so.
Okay.